Hey gamers, welcome to the Part-Time Gamers Club where we game part-time but support gaming all the time. For those of you tuning back in, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And if it's your first time here, welcome to the crew. I'm Gio, alongside me is Gerard and Mike. And on today's episode, we're going to be discussing the game Mecha Break. Let's get to it.
Yes. So today's episode is going to be about Mecha BREAK. It's an up and coming mech game, believe it or not. Very similar to an arena shooter, what it looks like on the gameplay trailers. We saw it at the Xbox showcase, and recently in July, we got another gameplay trailer. And coming off this week, of this time of recording, a finished playtest came out for people to play the game in a closed beta. It looks like positive reviews, all things that we were hoping for, but I remember us watching it at an Xbox showcase and actually liking and looking forward to this game. Do you guys remember like the reason why you enjoyed it? I'm pretty sure everyone's seen the trailer again, but what do you guys are looking forward to this game?
Well, for me, I just like that it looked kind of like a Zone of the Enders. I think I like that it's fast-paced, and the gameplay trailer kind of gave me a little more what to expect and kind of gave a feel for that what it looks like arena style team deathmatch kind of deal. So I'm interested in it. I'm really am because I've been waiting for like a game similar to Zone of the Enders. I know you said it was like a Gundam Wing game that came out a few years back or whatever, but for me, it kind of gets that element of Zone of the Enders, and I kind of feel like a Dragon Ball Z fighter kind of sense to it too, because it seems kind of combat is in the air. Dragon Ball did that too. So I kind of get a
Fighters? I don't know
yeah,
about fight. Maybe Budokai.
Budokai. Yeah. You're right. Sorry,
All
I forgot there is an actual fighter called one called
right.
Fighter.
Yeah.
So, but what? Yeah, that's how I feel. I don't know about Mike.
What about you, Mike?
Uh, I do like that it is like a arena shooter type game for sure, and I like it that it's like an aerial kind of flying type fighting game, shooting game, fighting game, shooting game.
Both of you got something
So
else on the mind. Some other fighting game for whatever reason.
fight. I mean, technically they are kind of fighting, but they just
Yeah.
it's more
No
aerial.
no technicalities. No technic. None
There
around
is
loud around
violence
here.
involved.
There is violence involved, so same thing. But I do like it. It's like the aerial, and it's different, and it's like Gundam style type. Uh, I am looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to probably put some time into it actually, because the fighting style looks pretty interesting. You could do melee, you could shoot from far away. There's just different types of. Um, so I'm intrigued.
All right.
You
And
know,
go ahead.
you know what it also gave me a vibe of? Ace Combat.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. I
No.
want because how Mike said it. It's shooting from far. Like if you look at it with the missiles and stuff, and how it's like it kind of gives that Ace Combat feel, bro.
You have not played Ace Combat anytime soon. That shows you
I'm-
how long it's been since you played an Ace Combat game.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I didn't. I'm talking about like the early ones, but it gives like that feel of a jet fighting almost. It does to me. Mike agreed.
I think that's close than Dragon Ball Z.
You know what? I said technicalities ruling out, but on a technicality, much closer to Dragon Ball Fighters, Budokai, and Dragon Ball Fighters. Personally, I got a different take. I mean, I enjoy the game. I like the game. It looks more to me like if it was like an arena fighter, so very similar to Gundam Evolution, which is a first-person Gundam game, which is more like Overwatch. But it looks like a mix between that and a Gears of War, because you have that over the shoulder and you're also in an arena, like a battle map, that you're just going to place to fight against one other faction. So it gives me that with that aerial combat. I don't know about Ace of Combat, but it does remind me of other games that have this like aerial effect. But it's not to the extent of those, because the ones I'm thinking of are like Armored Core or things like that. But yeah, I am looking forward to this game just for the aesthetics because I'm a mech person. I enjoy mech games overall. I pick up every Armored Core. I have Gundam. I play Gundam Evolution. Well, I don't play actively anymore, but I love the aesthetics of the mech video games because there's nothing cooler than a giant fucking robot. uh,
Yeah.
and I think that's like a lot of people feel that way. There are some people that are more so like the people that obviously love Gundam and build figures of Gunpla and everything like that. But like we've talked about how this is similar to other games, but like what and I think Geo's brought this up, and Mike, I'll ask you because I don't well, you didn't get it in your spiel. Other mech games that we've played in the past that are our favorites, because Geo brought up Zone of the Enders. Mike, what's a mech game that you've played before that you enjoyed? If you've played, I know you've played a mech game before. It's just I don't know what's your favorite one. You don't need to pick a favorite one. You could just tell me ones you like.
It's been so I'm not gonna say it's been so long since I've played one that I don't even remember.
You didn't pick up Armored Core
game.
either?
No, I have never. I haven't never picked it up.
Shame him, gamers. Shame him.
How about
Shun him and shame him.
What about a Transformer game? Have you played that? That's similar.
No,
of them? 'Cause
I don't
they
think
were
I've
pretty
played any
popular
Transformers
for a little
games.
while there too.
I don't know that the games I played that was Mecha, but it's been so long that I haven't. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember any. Like I maybe if I were to play it again and to see it, then oh yeah, I played this game before, but it's not like I remember the name of it. So
This means he didn't like it that much, Gerard.
I mean, it's been a while since I played any kind of Mecha.
I mean, like, the thing is, mech games tend to be either overly complicated, like Armored Core, or really like niche, because like mech games tend to always be in war games, but the war game genres would be like either over the shoulder and like a 1v1 or a which is Armored Core, or like a battlefield like Battle Commander, or something that's like even nicher, which is like Tank Commander. So there are games. Weapon.
I was gonna ask Mike. You never played Titanfall?
I didn't like play deep enough into it. I've played it. Like I've
Tried
played.
it?
Yeah, I've tried it. Like Timefall,
Okay.
that's Gundam Breaker. Like I've tried the games, but it's just not like.
I'm actually surprised you didn't like Titanfall 2,
I'm-
which
I-
is just it's just literally
I
a
don't think
better
he ever got
Titanfall.
Titanfall 2. I don't think he ever got it.
No.
Because I got it late too, to be honest. But for
It's
me,
so good.
this game is gonna scratch my itch for Titanfall. Like,
Yeah.
because I want a new Titanfall, but
I think everybody's looking forward to a Titanfall 3. The thing is, Respawn Games is still doing like they don't want to.
they have so many other titles.
Yeah, they're working on other titles, and then if you don't already know, Respawn Entertainment is like majoritarily made up of the old Infinity Ward people, and the reason why they broke off is because of their disagreements and like the Activision like kind of hold over Call of Duty and a whole bunch of drama layer. So I'm pretty sure they're probably don't want to do, because Titanfall was in my theory their attempt of making a better Call of Duty in the eyes of like the community, and Titanfall 2 was just a improvement on Titanfall 1. But now like I don't think they want to be known for Call of Duty or Call of Duty likes, so they're just branching off. But we hopefully one day we get a Titanfall 3.
Well, what I heard was they are developing another game like Apex where it's in the universe of Titanfall,
GL.
but it's not Titanfall.
This is a Mecha BREAK one. I didn't want to go this down.
Yeah, I know. I got you, but I'm just saying.
All right. Anyway, so mech games. Titanfall is another example of one of those mech games. Mike has no. He can't remember. He can't remember any game that he's liked, which means he likes none of them. Gio, you brought up Zone of the Enders. You've also brought up Titanfall. Is there any other mech games that you've played and or at least enjoyed? Actually,
I feel like
remember.
I played I know I dabbled in a little bit of the Transformer games. I know that's not your typical mech games, but it's similar. And then,
Giant robot.
Yeah, it is. And then I know I've played like the older Gundam Wing games, but not like I didn't really get heavy into them, and I never played that most recent one. I don't know why I never really got tried into them because I guess I was more focused on the battle royale games of late. But even now, I'm starting to steer away from that. So I kind of like getting back into that arena style. Like to be honest with you, like there's games that have got my interest right now, and seeing that game, and it's also free to play. That's kind of piqued my interest a lot too. I'm kind of curious what they're gonna do with that and how they maybe they're gonna make cool skins for these mechs and stuff like that that you can purchase.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
It's
It's
free to play,
100%.
they're
It's
gonna-
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
no, I mean I'm interested in that, especially that's drawing my attention. And like I said, I've kind of had an itch for games like Titanfall, Zone of the Enders. I'm interested in what
I would
what it
I
can
would
be.
like, and correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a long
Mhm.
time since I've played Zone of the Enders. I'm pretty sure that's a single player game.
Correct. It is.
So yeah, like it was like I've missed out Zone of the Enders. It was like, but you just said you wanted to play an arena. Zone of the Enders is a single player game.
No. Yeah, I mean, but it's cool to actually do a multiplayer because back then you didn't really have like that wasn't a scene like an online scene yet. Zone of the Enders is early 2000s, so like we didn't really have that massive multiplayer scene yet.
I don't know.
So-
Like back in the early 2000s, we had like Halo.
Yeah, but that's when Halo was becoming Halo, and that's when people were starting to realize how big that kind of play style can become.
But yeah, so like we've had JL's mentioned games that he's enjoyed, all those mech games. Mike has mentioned Zero. I
Gundam Break
I brought
3,
up the game. I
Gundam
told you.
1.
I recently
Okay,
played
whatever.
Gundam Evolution. And Gundam Evolution. I've also played majority of the Gundam games. My favorite, obviously, is the not obviously, but Armored Core because I picked up every single one of them. It's my favorite mech, like genre or like mech games. Period. I played Armored Core 2 first, then I played Armored Core 4, and then fell in love. Then went back to play 1 and 3. Realized how different 4 was. And then picked up 5 and 6. Well, I picked up 5 when I figured out 6 was coming out. Beat 5, played 6, fell in love with it, and actively played 6 for a very long time. So, mech games are a niche genre, as I said before. So, seeing more popular, or at least more games that are getting more attraction and becoming more popular as a mech, is exciting. But I have a fear, and I know this happens with other genres, and this is my fear. Games that become really popular in one genre tend to push that genre forward, and then we get a slump of really bad games of that genre. Example is first-person shooters when Call of Duty got big. We had Battlefield as well, and then we got a shit ton of first-person shooters that were just straight trash. Likewise with MOBAs, and now we're doing that with battle royales. That's what's been slowly happening. A genre gets popular because a couple of games in quick succession become popular. In this case, Armored Core. Now with Mecha BREAK. If we get like one more popular game, I can see majority of publishers trying to put out more mech games, and they're all going to be trash. What are you hoping for this game in order to be successful? Like we've talked about arena games, and Gio's mentioned that he wants it to be arena shooter. What other things you think this game needs to do in order to be successful? I like how they've always been able to talk, and now that I've said one thing, they like, let me think about this. None of them want to talk. All right, but I'll give you something. I'll give you something so you can brew a little bit more. I think the game, since it's an arena shooter, it's going to have like very repetitive like play styles. I think it's going to need a lobby system. So like something like you can join with a friend, or you can just join into a lobby, and that lobby would like determine teams randomly. because like majority of games like now, a good example, Overwatch or things like that, you press Q and you queue up from the main menu. I don't want to say main menu, but like your personal menu. If you're in a party, you'll be with your party members, and then after it finds people, it just puts you straight into a game. Once that game is over, it removes you and your party, if you have a party, out of it, and you no longer can play against those other people. It's just only game by game basis, rather than in the old system where like Call of Duty does lobbies, where just like you go into a lobby, you play with people there, and you keep playing against those same people over and over and over again until you decide to leave, or until other people leave. So I think that lobby system works for like arena games, especially because sometimes you just want to run it back.
I feel like something that I would want to see in it, especially from the multiplayer aspect and arena style, is certain team sizes. Like I want them to have like duo mode, maybe 3v3s, 5v5s, the option in case you're gaming with one friend or two friends, or you got all your friends on. It's more prime time.
To let the audience know, it is a 6v6 confirmed right now. We do know it's 6v6.
6v6. Okay.
But
okay, so
we don't know about other game modes.
Yeah. I would want to get other. I would want to see at least other game modes. It doesn't have to be necessarily 2v2. It could be just 3v3 and 6v6 or something like that. I'd like to see that, or even maybe doing like a different style of lobby per se. Like how Call of Duty obviously has their normal 6v6, then they got their
like
domination. Yeah. Like they got I think that would be cool in that setting, especially with a bunch of mechs. Like, what's that game mode called again? When it's like 30v30, like almost like a Battlefield style.
That's Battlegrounds.
Wargrounds. Yeah, yep, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty dope, especially with that size lobby, because I feel like developers have gotten pretty good with making servers that can handle that. If you think about all the battle royales. So I think that'd be pretty cool too if they had something like that. They don't need to do a battle royale mode. I don't want a battle royale. Stay away from that shit.
Man,
They probably could do it. They probably will.
They could.
But I don't know how much they want to put into it, like all that type of stuff. So, but do they have a rank system?
We don't know. We know nothing. Will. We don't know nothing.
Yeah.
We know bare minimum.
I would want a rank because I feel like. Like
I would need a rank system.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there will be a rank system, because it's hard to play multiplayer games without some kind of progression.
And progression doesn't have a rank.
Yeah, it does. What are you talking about? Like literally, it's based around prestiging.
Yeah. It's all about ranks. That's how you get more guns and stuff.
I mean, more in terms like I don't know. I get the prestige.
You talk about like ranked as in like
diamond.
like actual ranked queues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I think they do have that now for the battle royales. Like
I haven't played Call of Duty.
I haven't played a Call of Duty like that. I do know, like it's weird to have that in Call of Duty though, because like Call of Duty ranks are, based on like you should be playing against people of the same rank if you're in like a ranked lobby, and eventually, a example is in like League of Legends. As you go up in ranks, there are less of people to play with. So if you're doing a ranked lobby at a certain point in Call of Duty, you'll need at least 9 other people, or at least 12 or 11 other people to also be your same rank and be playing at the exact same time and be in your region, which is too much.
A lot of different factors.
But a ranked for the arena is, I mean, I understand a lot. It's weird multiplayer wise for ranks. I know like Rainbow Six Siege has ranked and everything like that, but those games tend to be more strategic, like League of Legends and Rainbow Six Siege and things like that. They tend to be more strategic and less, in what I feel from the gameplay trailer, less chaotic. Because in shooters like Call of Duty and in my personal experience, Battlefield and things like that, they tend to be you go in with a simple strategy, but your strategy is just don't die. Literally just don't die. In Rainbow Six Siege, yes, you have the premise of don't die, but like you coming in it with this idea is like, I have tools that no one else has. I need to provide for my team. Sometimes it's not about the kill. Sometimes like I'm trying to breach. I am the first offense or I am the first defense. There's like every person on a team on Siege has a goal and a thing. That's why it makes sense for rank, because like I may just be a good support and I can still be supportive in Siege without worrying about KDA. It's kind of weird.
Did you see fucking Loki?
I did not see Hawk. I did not see Loki.
Yo, Loki
I'm
just
not
fucking run and fucking hopped.
Yes. Loki surprise cameo. If for our viewers, they can watch. Actually, you know what? I'll do one better. There you go. You can see Loki right in the background, right in his cage.
Yeah.
He's hiding, but not really hiding. He's watching.
Mascot, okay.
Yes.
I've never seen him run and hop like that before.
There you go.
He runs around the room.
Now, with that being said, we have no release date for Mecha BREAK. But with the latest playtest and the gameplay trailer, are you guys hyped? And it seems to be the community is also hyped for the game. So when it does come out, will you get it? Are you excited, and will you pick it up?
Absolutely, I'll try it, especially since it's free to play. That made it easier for me to make my decision. I'm being honest. If it was a $60 game, I would probably have to wait and see how it, how
It's
the
a maybe. It's a
and I will wait until Gio gets it before I get it.
I would wait to see I mean, I would probably get it because I know you would probably have it, so I'd have somebody to play with. But I would still wait and see what the reviews look like, what the fan base is saying. Or I don't mean so much when I say reviews, the actual critics more so. I'm looking at what players are saying across all platforms, whether it's Steam, YouTube, GameSpot, all the Metacritic. I would kind of get a feel for it before I would dive into it, especially spending $60 or 70. God knows that's how it's looking like.
But
games are trending. But yeah,
I personally think I will pick it up, but I don't know if it'll be for a long time. So games that are free to play tend to not have multiple game types. So like, and I'm talking about like in this version free to play, like, oh, I pick it up, it's probably only going to be the arena multiplayer. There might be game modes, but there's no single player, or there's no like co-op mode, like specifically against AI, things like that. So Gundam Evolution is a good example. It's like there was nothing else to do besides the main thing to do on that game for free to play games. So it's not that I would not play the game. It's just I don't think it'll keep my attention that long. Games that give me, and a good example is Call of Duty, but like there are other games like that, a large majority of games. If you pay money, majority of the time you're getting more than just a multiplayer. You're probably getting a single player story, or you probably get a co-op variant, or maybe there is some challenges or achievements that are done in game for progression. So we'll see how that goes.
Maybe less buggy too. Free to play.
I don't know, because free to play games also tend to go through the same life cycle processes as paid games. A good example, Diablo came out with a lot of bugs. And that game is a $70 game base minimum. So
they said, here's your beta after you paid $70.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I don't think paying into it before that was true. A long time ago, that was true. Like if you get closed beta access for free, you expect bugs for a free to play game. For like paid games, you know it's gonna be a finished product. But that's not true anymore due to the like processes changes in game development. So, what about you, Mike? Are you looking forward to the game? Mike hasn't. Mike might pick it up if Gio picks it up, but.
Now it's free to play. I mean, I'm just gonna dabble in it and see how long it takes to kind of if it gets my attention, then it gets my attention. But that's usually why I go with free to play. I play it, I dabble in it, and
see if you like it. Yeah.
See, I like it, and then if Jill keeps playing, maybe I'll keep playing. But
well, that's not always true.
Maybe
he never tried First Descendant, so.
There's a good reason. There's a good reason.
Well, yeah, I can't blame him because I stopped playing that shit too. It was so repetitive. No, but I think Mike was right though on the. So, like you said, one of the things for free to play, there's you need some kind of progression. I think Mike saying rank might help that system. I know what you're saying, in that style of game, it is kind of hard to create a rank system. But if you want to keep people playing long term, like you said, like somebody like you that loves mech games, to keep your attention, what do you feel like they would have to have in it to keep you long term, like, or add progressively, like throughout, after the
Ba-
first 3 months and stuff like that?
Bare minimum, there should be progression that is. I have an example for it, but it's hard to describe. Remember the old Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like first Modern Warfare, where getting headshots will get you a skin on your gun?
So like the challenges. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I like challenges, something that will give me something cosmetic that I can aim for, because I'm at least working towards something, and I know for the fact that the only people who have that like reward, whether if it's cosmetic or like a tag or something like a badge, are people who have gone for that challenge. And like I'd be one of the few. Something to brag about, Think that's what like majority of gamers are. Love something to brag about. Whether it's a challenge, whether it's to have the gun or a cosmetic, it's mostly FOMO. That would work, or another game mode, maybe a co-op mode where like, oh, you go against an endless horde, like zombies is a good example. I don't know why I'm bringing up a whole bunch of Call of Duty
I don't know why you say zombies. Gears is one of the first ones that did it.
Horde mode was also good. Don't get me wrong. Horde mode was amazing. I don't remember, because Horde mode is not similar to zombies in the way that Horde mode, you start off with the basic things, but you don't buy stuff off a wall. There's no box or anything like that. There's no randomness in it. It's just survive as long as you can, use their weapons that they drop, things like that. Zombies has like a survival aspect to it, whereas like on top of you surviving wave after wave that gets harder and harder, you also have to unlock the map. You also have to get like roll a RNG box. There's like many games into it. While Horde mode is just straightforward, just survive as long as you can. But that's another good example. Same thing I'm talking about. Some co-op aspect where like I don't feel like going against other players right now, but if we're in the mood, we can do a co-op mode. I don't see how this works with Mecha BREAK, but I'm not the one developing the game, so this is just an example of what might keep me in longer. Something like that where like, oh, let's see how long we can last. Or maybe there's challenges along with there that you can bring into PvP just for doing that. Like maybe you get a skin or something like that. That'd be cool to show off. So things along those lines are the things that I would probably make me keep playing the game.
Gotcha.
All right. So we've been talking about this for a bit. Does anyone have any final words or any concerns about Mecha BREAK? We don't have a release date, so it's not like it's coming out anytime soon.
Probably 2025 is what I'm assuming, if I had to be realistic. Probably before summer. Usually games companies either try to do before summer or holiday season.
I could see late next year.
I don't think they're going to try to compete with some of the big competitors. If
all the big games are coming out this year.
Yeah.
Like the new Call of Duty is coming out this year. New Legend of Zelda is coming out this year. GTA is coming out summer, most likely next year.
The end of next year. It's probably going to be October, I think.
We haven't got confirmed yet, so we don't know, Gio. So we don't want to speculate. It's probably going to be late next year. Is what my thoughts are.
It's confirmed for fall 2025.
That's still like October, the earliest or the latest.
Yeah.
Which means if they aim for November, it's still fine. It's a free-to-play game, Gio. You're not competing with anything.
Well, you never know.
Anyway, if no one's have any questions or concerns, we're going to log off. Gamers, leave a comment down below if you're looking forward to the Mecha BREAK game, and if you like mech games, I want you to tell me your favorite mech game and what's your reason for it. And it's probably going to be Armored Core. It's like 90% Armored Core fans. Tell me what's your favorite Armored Core game. All right, that's it from us. Thanks, gamers. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Later.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Part-Time Gamers podcast. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. And follow us on our other social platforms on TikTok, Instagram, and Discord. Links for those will be provided in the description. Thank you again. We will see you on the next episode of the podcast. And make sure you make some time for video games. Peace.